5 rules of happiness. Don't worry, don't hate, give more, expect less, and live simply. 3 tips to help reduce stress. Number 1, psychologists say that having at least 1 lazy day per week can not only reduce stress, but it also reduces high blood pressure and the risk of having a stroke. Number 2, smelling chocolate has been found to slow down brain waves, making us feel more calm. Number 3, learning to ignore certain people is often one of the greatest paths to inner peace. According to psychologists, life gets much easier when we delete from it those people who make it stressful. Sometimes when the people you love the most hurt you over and over again, it's best to stay quiet. Because if your love wasn't enough, do you really think your words are going to make a difference? I know most people don't want to hear this, but real relationships that last involve a lot of forgiveness. You have to accept the fact that your partner is not perfect and they're gonna hurt you. They're gonna disappoint you, they're gonna upset you. You have to figure out whether or not they're worth going through the ups and downs with. You know what? Staying in a relationship just because you love someone is not worth it. Love is not all that you need. Reassurance is what you need. Happiness is what you need. Knowing every day that you're their favorite person, that is what you need. I think we all need to remember that relationships are not just about dates, holding hands, kissing. It's about accepting each other's weirdnesses, each other's flaws. It's about both of you being able to be yourself and finding happiness together. It's about seeing an imperfect person perfectly. These days, people have very short attention spans and very little patience. So if someone waits for you to reply to them, believe me, you are really special to them. Value that. Listen carefully. It's okay to fight for someone who loves you, but it is never okay to fight for someone to love you. There's a huge difference. If you have to choose between being kind and being right, choose being kind, and you will always be right. 4 characteristics no one wants in their partner. Number 1, they lie, cheat, or are jealous. Everyone wants a partner they can trust and who trusts them. Number 2, anger issues. No one wants a partner that they have to be afraid of because that hinders communication. Number 3, disrespect. The truth is that if someone doesn't respect you, they do not love you. And number 4, no one wants a partner who plays mind games. You don't want to have to be guessing at what they actually mean or what they're gonna do next. Transparency is key to any relationship. 3 psychology facts about falling in love. Number 1, psychologists say that when you fall in love with someone's personality, everything about them becomes beautiful to you. Number 2, psychologists say never get too attached to someone unless you know they feel the same way towards you, because one-sided expectations can mentally destroy you. And number 3, psychologists say that women can take an average of 15 days to fall in love, while it only takes men 8.4 seconds. When a man can listen to a woman without getting frustrated and angry, he gives her a wonderful gift. He makes it safe for her to express herself. And the more she's able to express herself, the more she feels heard and understood. And the more she is able to give the man the loving trust, acceptance, appreciation, admiration, approval, and encouragement that he needs. 5 types of people to stay away from. People who lie to you, people who disrespect you, those who use you, those who put you down, and those who drag you down. You do not need toxic people in your life. 3 simple tips to reduce anxiety. Number 1, according to psychologists, chewing gum when you're feeling anxious can actually help calm your anxiety because it makes your brain think that you're eating and there's no danger. Number 2, singing can actually help reduce anxiety overall. And number 3, kissing actually helps reduce anxiety according to psychologists. It increases the levels of oxytocin, which is a calming hormone that produces a feeling of peace. Someone who really loves you is going to do these 4 things. Number 1, they're always going to want to text, call, or see you. Number 2, you're going to be the first person they miss when they wake up in the morning. Number 3, they're going to ask you where you're going and with whom, not because they want to control you, but because they care. And number 4, no matter how busy they are, they will always try to make time for you. Never leave a true relationship for just a few faults. Because nobody is perfect, nobody is correct all the time. Remember that affection is greater than perfection. If they're choosing between you and someone else, pray that they choose the other person. Or better yet, take yourself out of the equation. You're not interested in someone who doesn't choose you over everyone else. You need to be number 1, or you don't need to be there. Don't be someone's maybe. 4 signs they're not seriously committed to you. Number 1, they're too protective of their phone. If they don't let you near their phone, you have to wonder what they're hiding. Number 2, they're constantly needing to borrow money. At some point, you gotta wonder if they're just using you. Number 3, they flirt right and left. Flirting with other people is disrespecting you, and if they don't respect you, they do not love you. And number 4, they keep you a secret. If they can't introduce you to their friends, that's a problem. If they aren't proud of being with you, then they're not worth it. The truth is, you're always going to be too much for some people. Too kind, too friendly, too sensitive, too giving, too loud, too quiet, too loving, too hopeful, too passionate, too scared, too frigid, too soft. Too much of this and too much of that. Too much of every single thing that makes you the person you are. Don't change yourself because you are too much for people who are too little.